Skirious Problems.
Right, Mika, what's your Skirious problem, mate?
Mate, my serious problem is that actually regarding to our last episode we did, our latest episode, or actually now that I have two serious problems because I'm just like getting shit for the second to last episode as well. But now the last episode, you'll never guess who I just met skiing out here today.
I don't know, you're in Lavatse, so I'm gonna say Johannes Osvald Klæbo, Nienget.
The Saudi Arabian guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
You chat to him?
Rakan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him and I was like, okay, right, we have to chat a bit here. And he's a fucking nice guy. But apart from that, we have a very cool guest on today. A guest that also knows a lot about the topic, what I'm also getting shit on right now for a second to last episode. Coletta Rydzek, welcome to the pod.
Thank you for hosting or for having me.
Like, Coletta, I feel, is like a skier that I've seen around for so many years. I actually was like looking up because we're kind of the same generation. You're 97, I'm 96, and but I don't actually know you that well. Mika maybe knows you a bit better because like German speaking, but like I don't know you that well. But I went to like squint at some old results, and I was like trying to see when's the first time we're at the same event together, and I think it was 2014 Alpine Cup. You definitely don't remember me because I was super shit. I looked at the result. I was like 70th in junior Alpine Cup, so I was pretty shit. But you were quite good, and you were good as more like a distance skier. No?
I was both. Like in the beginning of juniors, like you do both, and yeah, maybe in the German Federation, my tests on a treadmill were too bad for a distance skier, so I was always sad that I should be a sprinter, so I get one. No, but like more around in the beginning, and then I was better in sprinting, and now I'm starting to getting better in distance again. Not always, but sometimes.
But I don't
You know, it's
'cause I
also
was-
very funny about your career that you actually do the exact opposite thing of the standard German way, because the standard German way is you become junior world champion and then you're like semi good for 3 years and then you just turn really shit at some point. And then you were quite okay in juniors and then you steadily got better until you actually ended up winning a fucking World Cup last year.
Yeah, I got bad after juniors for 1 year, 2 years. U23 was not my best time, but then I ramped up quite okay. And yeah, I don't know, development and training and some good coaching, I would say.
You do have a great coach in your team as well, no? You have like Per Nielsen on your coach?
Yeah, Per got 4 years or since the last Olympics, and I think he changed the German way or not German way to see it, or yeah, and he shaped me for my way pretty good, and yeah, that was the perfect match for me, and I think for some others as well.
How's the way that Per is coaching you guys actually working? Because I imagine this like being like two worlds colliding. Like you get like the strict German way where you get a plan. Basically in April you'll get a plan for the whole year for every single day, and that's just what you have to do and follow into precision. And then all of a sudden you get like this Scandinavian coach who's like, I don't know how he works. You'll tell us, but like I'm guessing that he comes from this super Scandinavian style coaching, pretty much hands off and more like in a guiding way than in a commanding kind of way.
Yeah, we learned a little bit from each other. Like I think the first year or even now he's struggling with like we are on time. Like we looking on the watch because we get taught like that. So like if you have 2 hours, then you have to have 2 hours, not like 1:58 or like 2 hours and 15. Like it's 2 hours. Like so. And he taught us that we should go more by feel and like natural intervals. We're like, what is it? No, we need times and structures and that stuff. But yeah, I think a good combination of both, or yeah. He developed us in that way. Also, like some of our team are like German on point, maybe some not, maybe me too. And he came 2 minutes late, and we're like, oh, sorry, and he was like, I don't care, you can just go. You're old enough. But yeah, I think he also from the mindset he took it personal, and he tried to understand us and read us as a person and as a type. Like normally in Germany, like everybody's doing the same, like you said, more or less. Like there's one plan for all, and he changed that a little bit, that maybe me and Pia, for example, need different things for training. Sometimes it works together, sometimes not, and that's okay. Like it is, like it's not a bad thing to be a sprinter.
But how is it working then? Is he the coach of all women, and is he also actually coaching all women on the team, or is he rather there for like the Oberstdorf kind of group, and then the Oberhof Oberwiesenthal group does their own thing?
Yeah, kind of. Like he moved here to Oberstdorf because we had not a coach, so we also needed a home coach. And yeah, the Oberhof girls are doing a little different. Like for the A team, we have, like in Oberstdorf, there are a lot of girls and groups, so we have some juniors and U23 and some younger ones as well, with a different coach. But like I think we are 5 girls in his group right now here, and the rest, like Oberhof, have 2 different coaches. Like he makes the plan for us, and for example, and on camps, then he's there for all, but they can do whatever or what they want to do and train. And like that's also a thing he changed a little bit, because normal it was like, if you go to the camp, then everybody has to do the same. I think that's got a little bit better.
Yeah, but you like the team is massive for girls, right? When you go on camps, is like 15 girls in the A team, or
Like now we have a
15 is
little,
exaggeration,
we
maybe, but-
shortened it a little bit. Like for the AA team, I think it was 6 girls roundabout, and we invited like from the B team a lot of, so, but we didn't do so many camps. We only had 1 camp in summer, like GOMS, and the rest we were a lot at home. And like you said, we have in Oberstdorf, I don't know actually, but I think we're 15 girls around the same age, like not the same age, but like above U23.
But that's also something that changed massively in the German team, no? Because I remember, or maybe it's also just my perception from back in the day, but I remember that the Germans were kind of always on camp, and they were always together. And like you said, I think this year like even the boys, they were just at one camp, no?
Yeah, like we get asked, like with normally, like we had Munyu, I forgot, but like normally we had our like 1 month, like 1 cam a month. So yeah, and the last 2 years, I would say it got less and less, because we said like we have everything we want at home in Oberstdorf. Like if there's no benefit, like if you want to do altitude and something like that, then you have to go away. But otherwise, like if you have everything at home, a good group, a lot of girls, good training, why should travel far away? So
yeah, that's for sure.
Do you not get bored of training at home all the time?
No. I like to be at home. Like you can.
I forgot your German. I forgot your German.
No, like, but yeah. For example, there are some places where it's also nice to go, but like some years ago, it was like you have to be on skis every month to be good, and maybe for some it's good. I figured out that I don't need it. So yeah, of course, to get a little change of scenery, it's good. But the rest, but I forgot that we have to do 2 or 3 testing in Oberhof every year. So that's kind of mandatory. That never changed in Germany, I think.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite 3 letters ever. ZLK.
And there's a SLK.
What's the SLK then? What's that?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
SLK means like Sommerleistungskontrolle, and Zentrale Leistungskontrolle, like
Yeah.
summer control, and that ZLK is like, it's like 20 years. You have like in the autumn in Oberhof, there's 3 races, like the sprint in the ski tunnel.
Yeah, right.
And that's what like the Germans are proud of. The running through the Thuringia woods. 5K for the ladies, 10K for the boys, and there you have times for the last 30 years, so you can compare to everybody. There's a list, so you can look your times and everybody other's times and see how many
is the
times
times
you did it.
compared to, for example, Claudia Nystadt?
I'm so bad in it. I don't know. I always got like 5 minutes. I don't know. I'm such a
Okay.
bad runner. So I think the best time, like for all ladies now, I think it's Pia who has the best time roundabout. And but I don't know how good Claudia was, but she has not.
No, but like, I mean, not specifically Claudia, but I mean like historically, how are you guys lined up there? Are you like in the
I think it's
front,
okay.
third? Yeah, okay.
But me personally lined up more a little bit behind, but I to be honest, I don't like to see the lists. I just know that it exists, but I don't look at it and comparing. I don't.
Also,
I'm
the
not a big
sports
fan.
changed massively
Yeah,
because I feel like
yeah.
back in the day, people were obsessed about running, and they were
Yeah.
like, especially if you talk like some of the like old skiers. Like there's this old Czech skier that lives in Ramsau, Ladis Vanda, and I think back in the day they were like literally only running. Like I think 80% of their training was running.
Yeah, like I can imagine, but I don't know when ski roll or roll skis were invented, so I don't know.
A long time ago.
Okay.
A very long time ago, I think, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but also the quality in roller skis is just getting so much better, or especially has gotten so much better if you compare like early 2000s to what we ski on now. That is just much more comfortable to roller ski now than it was like back in the days. So yeah, but it's like maybe we should also give some context to the people listening, because we have a lot of American and Scandinavian listeners, and I don't think they have anything like this. So basically in mid-Europe, I'm gonna say mid-Europe, I know it's Austria, it's Germany. In Austria, it's getting like a bit less and less strict now, but it's like been super strict for like the last forever. There's like 2 or 3 times in a year. In Austria, it's like week 27 and 37. Then the Germans have it like sometime in autumn and in summer as well. There's like roller ski treadmill tests and running tests, and I don't know. So you just basically imagine 1 week, and then into that 1 week, you just put as many tests as you can imagine, back to back to back to back to back. And then taking those tests or races, that's where we're going to do the maths, and then we're going to say, okay, you've improved, you're good, you're shit now. Then you're like, oh yeah, maybe, I don't know, I was a bit ill last week, I just don't feel good. It doesn't matter, you've not improved. And it's not that long ago that these tests were being also used for sending people to races like early in the season.
That's crazy.
Unreal.
Yeah, like that's also a thing that Per luckily changed a little bit, also to put away the meaning of the test, like you said, because I think the first test when he was there, it was super shitty. Like you said, I was sick, and like sometimes you have the testing like in 3rd week of May, and if you're coming like from holidays 2 weeks before, then you trained like, I don't know, 20 hours. And then it's like, he was like, should I have a bad day? And he was like, yeah, but who cares? Doesn't matter anything. Like some Scandinavia or Scandinavian people even don't test. Like they have their control sessions, but like that testing we do, they don't have it. And so I think it got easier and less meaningful for me, and put the pressure away, because like you said, I think it began in juniors when you had also your lists. Like we have a double polling test where like everybody's doing, and there's a record, and like then you got also a result list. Like it's not that long ago that we had like a wrestled list where you're good in and where you're bad in, and always like, why comparing your testing? And he was like, you only can compare it to yourself, and even that, you can have a bad day and a good day, and doesn't change your season. But yeah, if you're grew up like that, then it's tough to, like, you're 16 years old, and then I got to tell like, my endurance is so bad, so maybe you get a sprinter, but like distance skier, no chance, you're too bad for that one.
Yeah, and then they were always comparing between people these tests. So like when we were doing testing, it's never like me versus me, and it's never like me tracking my progress, but it's like, oh, I want to see how he is doing in a test against that guy. And I can tell you that on those tests right now in Austria, there's at least one, maybe two guys that actually get quite close to my level in the testing, but then when we're racing, they're like 3 minutes behind.
Yeah, but sure, but like for someone who's never done these tests, and or I've done some tests back in the day, but like I feel like, can these tests not a bit show like, okay, if you do the double pole test, you do the running test, you do the sprint test, you do, I don't know, strength test, does that not give you like a bit of an idea, like, okay, this is where I'm good at, this is where I'm bad at, this is where I need to work on, and this is where I'm strong, so I can develop if I want to like specialize in that? Because I know here in Lillehammer, I've done, first year I moved here, I did some double pole tests with some juniors from NTG, and I got absolutely smashed by the juniors. And I was like, maybe this is nothing, but maybe this is also like a sign that I should work on my double poling. So then I worked on my double poling, and I think it did help me. So like, maybe there's some good in those tests.
Yeah.
There's good in testing, I feel, but like, I think testing is great and it's important and you should really do it. Like I test myself a lot. I'm sure that now with the roller skiing treadmill that you have in Oberstdorf, Coletta, you also like just have your standard sessions where you just track your level and track your progress. But like I said, these tests are like twice a year. They are in the same week of every year, week 37, week 47, and you compare the progress to other people. So you don't compare like, oh, how did I go? How did I feel? And if I had a bad day or if I had a good day, this was not taken into account. It just didn't matter. It's like, oh, you were shit at the test. And like it's changing a bit now. Like I think sports culture is changing everywhere, and Scandinavia is leading the way, especially Norway. They are leading the way on how it's done and how you can be successful in pretty much any endurance sport, or not even endurance sport. Look at Norway, how you can be good in pretty much any sport. And I think
like,
we still have
okay,
to go a long way.
If you're comparing progress to yourself, like, great, you can be progressing from being like really, really shit to being really shit. You still have to compare a bit to someone else to know.
Yeah, but that's
where
why we
you're
race,
situated.
mate.
Yeah, but like,
That's
I don't
why
know,
we
like,
race.
But
Sure.
testing, we have so many, or there is some, not so many, but there are some Germans, like, or I can only speak for Germans, like they're so good in testing, like pretty good, but doesn't mean that they're good in skiing. So like even the double pole test, it's like 16 minutes, like double pole without like in uphills. When do you double pole? Like some do, but for me, I mostly double pole only in flat parts, and there I'm pretty good. But in steep parts, I'm not so good. So of course, you can compare yourself, but most of the times with your standard sessions, like at home, I see my development. Like I don't, for my personal view, I don't need the testing in a wolf. I do it because it's kind of mandatory, and like the scientific want to have it and see it. But for me, I see the progress in the training. Like I see if I'm getting better, or I'm a little tired, if I'm training good or like bad. Therefore, it's easier to have my, like you said, the treadmill at home. There I see like, okay, am I good? Like good way, good going, or maybe I'm not the right way. So it's good, but to focus too much on it and only like you said, comparing to different people, not only to yourself, that's I think the problem.
Yeah, no, I was
And
just defending a side of the argument, but I 100% agree with you guys. But actually, it reminds me like of a German skier. We won't name him, but it kind of illustrates quite well the old traditional German coaching. He was at Mika's once, and he was discussing with us, and he was like saying how he needed a coach, and he really needed a coach that could tell him when he was overtrained.
Yeah,
And he was like,
remember
I
this.
need him to tell me when I'm doing too much. And I was like for us, me and Mika, you know, that's moved to Norway to try and like kind of understand a bit more the skiing and the culture, and like it's so much autonomy
But
Norwegians
Jimmy-
give you, and it just gives.
But Jimmy,
Yeah.
maybe we should tell him also how we got to that point. So the dude wanted to find a coach in Norway to train and to tell him what to do, and then we were like having this kind of like, I don't know, maybe somewhat educational talk to him, where we were like, Jamie actually started. Jimmy was like, oh yeah, but like, you know, you can also just like listen to your body and try to do what feels good and just do what others do as well in training, and by that you improve. And then the guy just kept on like making it more intense and like so, until he came to the point where it was like, yeah, but like, how am I gonna know if I'm overtrained or not if I don't have a coach?
Yeah, I think a lot of Germans, or I think like you cannot like say for everybody, but are not that good in like have a feeling for the body, like because you have to do what the coach is telling you. Like you put your mind away when you come to training. You say like, goodbye brain, I will do whatever the coach is telling me, and then I go home, rest, and come back again. So I think there were times where it was not required to ask questions of why are we doing that. Maybe it doesn't feel good. Maybe I want to do something different. I think some older coaches are not like not wanted to do or to have discussions. It's more like we do it like that.
Yeah, but do you think that German mentality is also the reason why they're so good in football? Because then they just get like a coach standing on the sideline, just shouting at them, and then they just do whatever he says.
Yeah, but I'm not like a big or a football fan, but I think we were not so good the last year. So, but
No,
maybe.
but historically seen, Germany
Yeah.
is one of the most successful countries in football ever.
Yeah, could be like we're good in. I think it like you said, it's changes for us as well. We like the system changed a little bit, but old system needs time to like change. So some are more like that, some less.
But it seems like that change in system kind of benefited you particularly. I feel because I was scrolling through your results, and for me, I've always thought you were good, but it seems like the last maybe 2-3 years, basically since Beijing, you've taken a big step. And I want to talk about Beijing because I feel you might have had a similar experience as me in Beijing, just qualifying in every single skate sprint and then going to Beijing and then completely underperforming and not going through the qualification.
Yeah,
Want to say
yeah.
anything about that, or?
Peking or Beijing was like shitty. Like, of course, there or 4 years ago, my endurance level was not as far as now, and I think it was like for a sprinter, like from it was like I think I took over 4 minutes. I don't know. I didn't feel fast in any way. Like
Same.
the snow, it was like sometimes I have the feeling that like at the Olympic event or like World Champs, everybody wants to put more and an extra layer, and then you ending up like with a 4 minute sprint. That's maybe not that what the rest skate sprint were before. So yeah, it was not so nice experience. So I hope that I can change it that year.
But that actually leads straight into another question.
No.
Which I was gonna ask.
Right, Jimmy, okay.
No, go for it. Maybe it's not different. Maybe it's a different question.
Coletta, what do you think about the sprint course in Val di Fiemme?
Yeah, I didn't saw it live, so that's the one part that's a little bit sad. Yeah, So I didn't see it generally. Like, I think it were not so bad conditions, and it took 350. Um, I imagine if it's like snowing or like deep conditions. I'm not sure if it's like almost every sprint. It's around 250 to 320 in the women's field. Like most of the sprints are like that. And then you have like can be over 4 minutes for 15 if it's like super slow. I don't know. I think I think for the women's field it's better if it's more compact than often, and then it's a little bit more exciting to watch as well.
I think, like, basically the last 3-4 years, all the sprints have been standardized. Like, men's sprints have been like between around 2:30, and women's sprints have been around 3 minutes. Sorry, and that's like pretty much okay within 10-15 seconds plus minus, but it's been standard like that. And I think if that's what Fizz wants to do, why not? I think it would be cool to have like some long sprints, some really short sprints. But if the goal is to standardize it, then why not? But then why suddenly we have a 4-minute sprint for Olympics? And I think having talked to one of the guys who designed the course, apparently they said they tested it, and it was like 250 or something for a guy that wasn't even a World Cup skier. So I don't know what happened there, because suddenly I think the winner for men was like 320 or something. So I don't really know how these 30 seconds got lost. But yeah, there's something a bit strange. But they might still change it. So
They're not gonna change it.
if they don't, it's so stupid. Like, anyway, if they don't, I think it's insanely stupid, because they've done a standardized protocol,
Yeah,
and
I
now
agree.
they're changing it, and I think it's weird, at least.
I agree, but I have a question for you, Coletta, because I was actually skiing with Johannes out here today, talking about the sprint course in Val di Fiemme, and he seemed to be a big fan of it. He thought it's great. It's about 320. I mean, for him it doesn't matter because he's like fucking good in any type of race. But I feel actually a lot of sprinter men I've talked to, some of them were obviously thinking it's way too long and way too hard, but actually a lot of them also thought it's a good course, and it's better than last year's course. None, not a single one of the women I've talked to was thinking this course is suitable for a sprint in the Olympics for the women. How good is racing equal distances? Because let's be honest, doing 4 minutes when men do 320, it's just not a sprint for you guys. It's like a short distance race almost. Would it be beneficial to just not have equal distances in this case?
Yeah, I think it's a big topic. Like somebody aimed for it. I think I was never like a person who said like we have to do it, because like I know that women can do the same distance as well as the 50K, or like I don't know, but physically we are not the same. So we race the same distance, but of course we are slower. That's not that we have less effort, or I don't know, but it takes longer time for us. So I don't know in this case, or I think even in some other cases. For me, it makes sense that sometimes it should have been shorter, or that it's not the same distances. But I think we did the step, so I'm pretty sure that we don't do a step back. So I think we have to deal with it. And I think, of course, for Johannes, it's fine to make a 320 sprint. And I didn't ski the course. Sometimes like 4 minutes don't feel like 4 minutes. So I don't know, but yeah. I think I would like for a sprinter, it's not so nice. Or I think also for TV, if it's getting longer and 4 minutes, it take more time. And I think if it's spreading out super much, like what it do sometimes in the women's field, if it's getting longer, then it's not
Yeah.
so super exciting to watch.
But it's interesting because I agree on all the things you said there, and in my opinion, for the women the sprint's too long. I don't think a sprint should be 4 minutes. but then also we talk about equal distances, and then we go to the other side, other extreme side, to the 50K. The 50K, I think, have actually made up for like some of the most exciting races in cross country skiing, the women's 50K races. I think personally that the last 3 50K races, the women's race was
More
always
exciting.
more interesting.
Yeah,
More exciting.
I think the same. So for that, maybe it's yeah, I don't know. I think if you're doing long distance skiing, then it's doesn't matter so much if it's like 10 minutes longer for the women's, like compared to a sprint. But yeah, I never skied a 50K, but I always watch it in TV. So I think I agree with you that that's same. Or that's more interesting for the man. But yeah, it's a big
50K
discussion.
Lati for women was a bit shit.
I have to be honest here right now. The 50K in Lahti for women, that was quite early, right? I may or may not have been sleeping hangover
think it's
during
that
that
early.
race.
But I have following up on course Olympics, blah blah blah. You or the German team won Olympic gold at the team sprint in Beijing, and you have had quite good success with Laura Gimler on team sprint the last few years, especially team sprint skate. And now we're going to Olympics, and it's going to be team sprint skate, and first time in the last 8 years. Looking forward to that, I guess. That's going to be one of the big goals.
Yeah, of course. I think the sprint and the team sprint are my main goals for the Olympics. And of course, maybe that's like for team sprint, it also changes if you like doing 3 minutes or over 4 minutes each loop. So that's also, I think, fitting maybe more distance skiers. Or
It might even change more for the team sprint than it does for the sprint.
Yeah. Because it changes if you have like 3 minutes, 9 minutes of racing, or 13, 15.
It's going to be long.
And it's like so that's pretty long. Yeah, I don't know. But but I think hopefully we are in good shape there. And we wanted to have it in Trondheim as well last year, but we had some health issues both. So I hope that I'm standing on the start line with Laura there and do also a good skate team sprint.
Talking about health issues, because I got ill before the Tour de Ski. For anyone listening to the podcast, if you did not know, I got ill before the Tour de Ski.
It was bad. It was really bad.
It was really bad. I was, and people should not joke about it because it's like a serious topic. I was quite close to like, am I gonna make it? So it was really bad.
Mika's the worst. He called when we were living together. He was just like, you'd go down and you just see him on the couch and it's like the world has ended and he's just like so miserable with a little blanket. Like,
it's called Männergrippe in German.
Yeah, the man flu.
Yeah, the man flu.
Yeah, but I had a man flu and I had it to the worst extent. It was bad. It was bad. But somebody else that was not healthy before the Tour de Ski was your very probable teammate, Laura Gimler. Now, I've heard rumors that may or may not have been a tactical cold.
I don't know what you mean. No, I'm pretty sure that it was not a tactical cold, but she was over Christmas. It was pretty sad because I missed my roommate there. So, but I heard that she made a pretty good training block instead.
Okay. Well, then we're happy to hear that. And what was it tactical to go to France for some occasion or?
It's good to change a little bit of scenery. I heard.
Wait, but I thought you Germans like to be home so much.
Yeah, of course. Maybe she's not like a typical German. No, no. I think
there's some inside jokes that I'm not quite 100% getting here.
You're not into the gossip, Jimmy. I don't believe that one.
This is like kind of like a German speaking sort of gossip. So
Okay.
It might
It's
might
not
turn
only
into a
German
French
speaking.
speaking gossip
Yeah,
very
yeah.
soon.
That's what I'm starting to understand.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
So
it's. Should we talk about? I saw pictures on Instagram today.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that official or?
Um, uh, it's so official that they know each other.
Okay,
I don't want.
so should we break it on the podcast or should we not break it on the podcast? You get to decide, Coletta.
Yeah, me. I'm not sure. She has to decide it.
No, but we're a gossip podcast. We
Yeah,
decide
no. It's.
for
I
other
think
people.
it's so far it's okay. Like you say, there are thousands of people seeing it on Insta. So I'm not sure what your numbers of listeners are, but
Millions,
billions. Yeah,
millions,
maybe.
billions. Yeah.
So yeah, I think
So
it's-
there is a rumor circulating that there's like a French downhill skier that crashed really bad last year, and that he knows Laura Gimler very well.
Yeah, like she maybe she orientating on me like that cross country skiers are sometimes a little bit stiff, and to looking more on the Alpine side is maybe a little bit more interesting. So
Okay, cross country skiers are stiff.
Wait, but is that not a good thing? I'm asking for a friend.
maybe not like as a character side.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
no. So she has to watch Alpine skiing the whole winter with me. So
Yeah, because what people maybe don't know is that your boyfriend is also an alpine
Yeah.
skier, German alpine
Yeah.
skier.
German one. Yeah.
How's he
He's
doing?
not-
Is he
he's-
ready for
he's-
Kitzbühel?
Yeah. Like Wengen first, but then
Yeah,
he's,
Wengen is this
he's-
weekend and then it's Kitzbühel after.
Maybe I don't want to this like you guys should say his name properly because I feel like if I'm gonna say it with an English accent, it's gonna sound horrific.
Okay.
Tell us who's your boyfriend, Coletta. Tell us who's your boyfriend.
Simon Joche. Yeah. Not
I think I
not as
would've
good
managed.
as some others, but he's starting to get one.
Is he gonna be in for the Olympic Games?
Yeah, right now he qualified. There's you talked last episode about the quotas. I think it's for the alpine skiers. It's not the same, but it's super complicated. So at the moment, the German men's are only allowed to take 4 with them. So it's a little bit tricky, but yeah, he has qualified so far, and I hope that he's gonna be there. But it doesn't matter. We don't see each other, but yeah.
I was gonna say like you guys must never see each other in the winter.
2 days sometimes, like
Yeah.
but not so often. Like from like April to July is okay, but the rest is like when he's going to America or South America, like then it's a little tricky, but it's okay.
But how is it for you actually? Like he's speed so in the speed disciplines, like when you watch him go down in Kitzbühel, it can't be relaxing to watch that.
Yeah.
No, it's like you have like some trust that it's gonna be okay, but of course I think I don't know when it was, like Wengen last year or 2 years ago when so many people crashed. Then it's like then you're just happy if he's at the finish line and not in a fence or something like that. So yeah, you're getting nervous, but sometimes like you see what happens. Sometimes in training, if you see there's a DNF and you don't know what happened, you don't see the pictures, then it's getting a little bit is he okay? How is he doing? But yeah. For me, it's a little bit crazy to go like with 150 down the slope. So
I was just gonna say,
cross
this
country
is-
skier.
I was just gonna say. I mean, we're turning a bit into boyfriend talking now, but it is a gossip podcast, so it's all good. It is a gossip podcast. Seriously, is he just lacking lots of brain cells to do that, or like why the fuck would you go down Kitzbühel or Bormio or Gröden?
I don't know.
Like,
Like I think he's
why?
he's thinking the same of us. Like for him, it's the worst. Like he can do cross country skiing with me for 40 minutes. Then it's like, why are you doing this? or I don't know if like I have to take loops and loops if like for 3 hours and on a like 2.5K loop, then it's like for him like, are you missing off cells? Yeah.
Like, but if you go too far, then you just get dizzy or you throw up, or I don't know. Like, if he goes too far, then it might be a bit less fortunate than throwing up.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he has some brain cells less than me. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think they like to have the adrenaline, but I don't understand it, to be honest. But it's kind of impressing to see. So and I think it's good to not only talking about cross country skiing. I know you're like everybody, every pair has his own problems, but for me it's nice to hear something different than cross country skiing.
But Mika, he is actually saying that, he maybe doesn't have so many brain cells because he secretly, or not even secretly, he really wants
he's
to be
an
an
Austrian,
Alpine skier.
of course.
Yeah, he is like so jealous of him.
I wanted to be an Alpine
No, he's not
skier.
jealous of him. He's jealous of you because he would like to be dating an Alpine skier, a man.
Yeah, like not
Alpine
a
skier.
woman.
No.
Hey, it's 2026. Nothing's a problem. We're accepting, right,
of course.
Jimmy?
Yeah, right. Especially if you.
We've heard the word a couple times over the last 3 days. Inclusion. We're inclusive.
we
That's
are
great.
indeed.
Going about talking about inclusion. What do you think about the whole quota topic?
I'm not super into it, but so
Not a big problem for girls, for women. Sorry. It's true.
It's very
not-
inclusive. No, it's I know what you mean. Like we have 8 spots, so for us it's like not a problem. But I see that the bad side, like for example, to have like the Austrian relay doesn't like maybe I don't know how the status quo is. Like if you are able to set a team, then it's okay. Then because the Austrian told us in Munio, then was the first time I heard that topic. So I think it's not only in cross country skiing that, like for example, the quotas. Like I know that there are problems in Alpine skiing, like Nordic combined, of course. So everybody's getting shortened. So
Yeah.
It's
Talking about
for-
Nordic
for-
combined, is your brother in?
it depends. Like the
Okay.
normal quota is like two places for each country, and then if some smaller nations don't put anybody in, then the best nations can fill up with a spot more. But yeah, they have like one guy with a podium has to stay at home. So
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But actually, we can just jump into that then. Your brother is a super successful Nordic combiner, and you grew up in Oberstdorf. Why did you not do Nordic combine? Just because it doesn't exist for women, or because?
no, no, it existed. Like I don't know. To be honest, I tried it. I tried ski jumping. I never started skiing or something like that to get into World Cup. I'm not sure if I was interested in that one. But I was afraid, to be honest. I came to like a 30-meter hill, and then I think I started to cry because I was so afraid. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I stayed with the cross country skiing. There we had like a great coach. There were jellies and tea and that stuff. So
Yeah.
I choose the right way, I think.
Yeah, you saw the light for sure. This weekend we're going to Oberhof.
Wait, but
World
Jimmy,
Cup.
before we go to this weekend, there's actually one thing that comes to my mind when I think about Coletta and Johannes. Who was happier when you won your first World Cup in Lahti? Was it you or was it him? Like
honestly,
honestly,
I have the picture
those-
in my mind, like the
Me too,
video,
like
just
Johannes
Johannes
sitting-
just running. It was so good. I
Yeah.
wish
It was-
there was. I had like a family member as well, like on every single World Cup, like that video where you first won your World Cup and he just runs to you and just like hugs you. I think is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I think he could like enjoy more. I was like at the first moment I was more like, what the fuck just happened? It was like but I think it's great. It was super nice that he was there, and I saw him every time I was at the start line because he was like straight out, and it was great. Or it's super nice to have someone like that's so happy for you, and
And that also
like,
probably knows what it means.
yeah,
Yeah.
because like he had like so many success, and like, but he also knew how it is when it's like a lot of people from the outside only see when it's like super good, and then they're happy for you. But if you're like struggling and have pressure or something like that, then they don't see it. So he knows pretty much everything. So it was super nice, and Lahti was like a good place for us. He was quite good there as well. So
Did he
I
not
don't
win
know.
4 golds in Lahti in 2017?
Yeah, the world champs. Yeah.
So he
Like
won his first world champs gold was in Falun,
Yeah.
and then he won 4 in Lahti.
Yeah, 4 out of 4. Yeah, that was the first time. Like after I think Yao did it as well. I'm not sure. But that was in 2017, and 18 was his prime for sure. But he has so much joy for his sports and for the sport, and that's pretty impressive because there were times where it was not that easy, and he still enjoyed it pretty much. So I think that's a good thing. So that's not, then you're not only into when it's easy and good. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it for the love of the sport.
He's also athlete representative for Nordic Combine.
He was also my role model when I was like 14 years old and wanted to be world's best Nordic combiner.
Yeah.
wow. And he's also in Oberhof next weekend or this weekend.
Maybe I get to meet him. Oh my god!
wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, and you also get to know some bobsled athletes, or not bobsled. I don't know.
Bobsled there as well. Yeah, and
the
luge.
Rode. Yeah.
Luge.
Yeah.
Talking of Oberhof, so there was Biathlon World Cup last weekend. There was lots of spectators. Do you think
We know where this is going.
We've got 6 hands here. Do you think that's going to be enough to count the amount of spectators is going to be on the side of the track this weekend?
Yeah, for sure, because German parents are pretty
Yeah,
pretty
it's going to be
active.
enough. It's going to be enough. So 6 hands is going to be enough.
Yeah, no. I hope for more. Like, I think it may be a little bit less than at the biathlon because a lot of them travel to Ruhpolding, maybe. I hope
There's
that it's
Ruhpolding for biathlon the same weekend.
Yeah, I think
So that like
yeah.
even
It's
like the
tomorrow.
last few East Germans that live in Oberhof that would potentially be interested in cross country skiing, even they travel to Ruhpolding to watch biathlon.
Yeah, no, the parents of the athletes are like they're coming, or some family, some friends.
Yeah, but
And I hope for some fans. Yeah. Last time, I don't know, when the Children Cup was at the same time, there were more parents. I'm not sure. Yeah. It can be a little bit disappointing compared to the biathlon.
why is it like that? Because like, okay, you have a big event in biathlon, and then a week later you have a big event in cross country skiing. Like if I'm just like a fan, I follow cross country skiing, biathlon. They're quite similar sports, so it's quite normal to follow both. I would
Not in
never
Germany,
go
mate.
to like both. I would just go maybe to the first one, or I would choose between one of them. I would not go to both. Like
Yeah,
if
but
you
there's
have
no
to travel 2
vacation,
hours.
huh? Yeah, but there's no vacation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like the
Well, it's like it's a weekend. Like so if you love skiing, maybe you'll spend 1 weekend watching races, but you're not gonna spend 2 weekends back to back watching
Yeah.
races.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Coletta, but biathlon's just fucking religion in Germany.
Yeah, like I think we have not the same, like the most biathlon fan, or they're crazy fans, like they're ultras, like they're like so into it, like I don't know. I think I don't know, but the most of them are not like really into skiing. It's not that they love cross country skiing and like biathlon. I think that and it's not all, but the German fans are like standing there. It's pretty simple, like it's clean, like they can like hey, oh. It's like the same. What I think like to do to watch the ski jumping like down. Then I can be happy and drink some beers and yeah. German fans are pretty simple often, not everybody.
And then
but,
they listen to Schlager.
yeah, and then it's the party that's important. And I think cross country skiing, maybe you have to be more into it and more to understanding. So like a single start, like individual start. There are not many Germans who are I love to watch 10K individual start.
Yeah.
The most of the times I get heard like, oh, nice, you do sprinting. That's the only thing I watch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Good that I'm the only distance skier here.
It should be like darts. Like, darts is a boring sport, but have you watched darts on TV?
It's
Yeah,
great.
it's a party.
It's so good. It looks so much fun. I really want to go and watch darts because it just looks so much fun. Just need to show that. People, like, we need to create the fun and show the fun being had so the people actually want to go to these places.
I feel the core business of what we do is like at least as exciting as dart, cycling. Nah, maybe cycling not, because in cycling so much can happen. But cyclocross, for example, in Belgium, and there's like so many people watching that because they actually make an event out of it and they make stuff happen. And then there's like stadium speakers that actually go fucking nuts when stuff happens. And then when we ski, it's like, bib number 52, Johannes Oslok Klabo, taking the lead, 4.2 seconds off.
Yeah. Like I think the party not arrived in cross country skiing.
Yeah. Also, one thing in biathlon in Germany, because we'd always say when we talk with like Austrians, it's like, yeah, biathlon is popular as long until the fans die away because they're all like 80 years and they fucking love it. But now I get the impression that there's like younger and younger people start to actually get interested in biathlon. The other day I was scrolling on TikTok. I do scroll a lot on TikTok. And then there's like, I think I got like 3 or 4 different German TikTokers, like girls, that are doing like recaps of the weekend of what happened and who hit the target and blah, blah, blah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm only seeing it on TVs often. So, but I think I think there are not only old people watching biathlon. So I think a lot of people in Germany are into it. So I think that's.
But a lot of people in Germany are very old.
Yeah, I know the problem. I'm living in Oberstdorf. There are also a lot of tourists, pretty old. I think it's getting like they're more into like if you have like TikTok, and I think they're getting also better, and like I think so many advertising also in the German TV are like you're watching Sunday afternoon and then you see like the Bö twins like for La Vita, like in German they're having like a German advertising, and like normally nobody knows it, but biathlon is the thing in Germany. So yeah, that's also a question. Like if you're going to, for example, the hairdresser in Germany, you do cross country, why not biathlon? So you don't shoot? No? Why?
That was always a joke with Nordic Combined. When we told people that we did Nordic Combined, then they asked us, is that the thing where you do like the shooting?
I don't know.
Devastating. Anyway, we've been chatting for quite a while. We've got a last question to ask you, Coletta. If you had to do one session with 2 people of your choice, alive, dead, whatever, in one place, who would you choose? Where would you go? And what would you do?
Cross country skiers.
Whoever you want. It can be
anybody, anything. It needs to be an activity, so sport favorable with 2 people, and it doesn't matter who they are, and do it in a cool spot somewhere.
I get into like cycling a little bit. Like I'm like a Netflix Tour de France watching.
Yeah.
Unchained.
So maybe so maybe maybe I would. I think it's super interesting to, as a German, to train with Jan Ulrich and go for some easy biking in summer. The second one is tough. So I think I would like to see different, or to have some different sports. Maybe then cycling is not the best, but I think I'm also, Germany went pretty well in ice hockey. So maybe the best ice hockey player right now, Leon Draisaitl.
Not bad.
Days
So
two.
so
Super
you're going
easy
cycling
biking
then
session.
with Dreisat
Yeah, I don't know.
Ulrich.
That was like, I thought
Yeah,
on
but
Jan, so he
probably-
can do biking that everybody can do.
Yeah.
Then you can talk. Yeah.
And also, like, the most important thing for all the international listeners, and I'm gonna say it in German, so only the Germans understand it. Oliver Sauber.
Of course.
Anyway, I think this is like after Mika's bedtime, because Mika's decided that if he wants to win Olympics, he needs to go to bed before, or like around 9. So this is like way too late for him already.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for Coletta, I make an exception, and for Skirious
That's
Problems.
super nice. I'm going to bed in 2 hours, so that's super fine.
And it was good to have you on, Coletta. It was good that you're Bavarian as well, because basically Mika doesn't like any German-speaking people unless they're from Bavaria or Südtirol. Basically, that's the two that
I
are
think
okay.
that's that depends on like, I think he's also not the most famous out of Bavaria, to be honest. Sorry, Mika.
Danke.
Ja, bitte.
Yes, is nett.
Ich bin
Wait,
ja aus Bayern.
did you just say you don't like me, Coletta?
No, I'm from Bavaria.
But outside of Bavaria.
Outside of Bavaria, there are some who are not the big fans of you.
I may or may not have had that coming, so I do see that.
But that's fine.
It's just what it is.
So Bavaria, Austria.
Well, you know, like this Lion King scene in the Lion King where Simba is with his father, and then there's like the land with like the sun, and then there's like the shadow behind the darkness. So like, you know, the sun-touched land, that's like Austria, Bavaria, Südtirol, and then like the shadow behind it, that's Germany. There you have to stay away. You cannot go there.
Yeah, I'm staying politely to Germany and don't commenting that one.
Right. Thanks for being on the podcast, Coletta.
Thank you.
Or I had a good time.
Same.
Yeah, me too.
Your number one Nordic skiing podcast. Like and subscribe. Leave us a comment if you thought it was good. Don't leave us a comment if you thought it was shit. Or actually do, because it pushes the algorithm. Skirious Problems out. Ciao.
Skirious Problems.